Good morning, everybody. Kevin here from Watch This with Joe and Kevin, season 11. So we're getting close to the end of season 5 here, only a few more episodes left. As always, I process the last episode from the week and see what kind of shakes out and stuck with me throughout the course of the week going into the next episode. And two things from the last episode have really hung with me from that, because so much has been happening every episode. We just had a banger string of episodes here. There were two. The obvious one was the end of the episode where I think it's jealousy over the fact that Janice is doing better with controlling her anger, and she seems like she's in a better place with her family. And Tony can't have that, so he completely destroys it intentionally, and he kind of smirks and walks out. This was absolutely an episode where I found myself very much not liking Tony. Obviously he's a great, complicated anti-hero, and sometimes you're on his side, sometimes you're on his side, and you really shouldn't be. This is one where I wasn't on his side at all. I have always thought Janice was kind of the worst, but it was nice to see her actually trying to make an effort to improve herself. Work or not work, she actually tried, just like Christopher with trying to stay off drugs, right? Maybe it works, maybe it doesn't long term, but it was nice to see the effort, at least, that they care enough to try. And that stupid little self-congratulatory smile that Tony gave her after he completely destroyed dinner. And, I was thinking about it, he left, right? Like, he bailed on the dinner. He destroyed it and he left. So maybe, I kind of took that as him being really smug with my work here is done. I feel better about myself because I can prove other people can't be happy either. But there's also the possibility that maybe Tony, in that smug little moment, also realized he's the problem. And that's why he left. And so that's why he didn't stay for the dinner after completely destroying everything. He is the problem. He was absolutely the problem there. Maybe he needs to start taking a little more accountability for his behavior. Melfi spent the episode trying to tell him that, your depression is your rage turned inward. You need to deal with your rage. You need to deal with your rage. I don't know. I mean, let's face it, we're close to season 6 here. We're getting close to the end game, and I don't know where Tony goes from here. And I feel like his next moves are going to say a lot about what he actually took from that terrible encounter. The other one is Carmela lying to David Strathairn and saying, I'm getting back together with my husband, and that weird camera slow down and then freeze frame, which I don't believe we've seen at any other point in the show. 5 full seasons in, anything remotely close to that as far as a camera technique. I don't remember who directed the episode, so I don't know if this is like a first-time director with The Sopranos, or it was just a take that the showrunner said this is the right spot for it. And I didn't know what to really make of it. But thinking about it through the week, it's possible that maybe saying it out loud was the first time maybe that Carmela is finally accepting that, oh my God, I may just be staying with my husband, with the fact that she can't get a lawyer and she can't, get her fair shake of his of support from him or anything like that. She may be realizing she's trapped with Tony, and saying it out loud right there may have really, started to let that sink in a little bit, that there is no escape for. But again, another thing that we'll see the extent of what the meaning was kind of moving forward and how everything plays out. I'll go ahead and get started here. I want to thank all of our Patreon subscribers for being here with us. Thanks so much, guys. Special thank you to our super patrons: AB, Actuarial Lurker, Balash Fuldez, Derek Peterson, Devin Garneau, INTC93, Jamie Morgan, Jeff, Jojo Potato, Natasha Norris, NJ, Sudhugunda Varapu, Trey Contreras, Where Panda 47, Wolfgang Wolf, Yannick from Montreal, and Torgeir Linkstad. Appreciate you guys. In the description below, you'll see a link to our Patreon page for full-length watch-alongs. We're way ahead over on Patreon of YouTube. You are going to have to sync and watch along in your own source material, though, due to copyright law.
How about some egg beaters and Tabasco?
That's fine.
Healthy.
Didn't I tell you I hate this shout between rooms shit? What is it, sneakers or something?
Sandals. It's the jewel of Antigua.
Oh, it's Casino Sandals Resort. I thought she meant literally sandals.
Is it so much to fucking ask for a little bit of attention?
Oh my God! That went up fast!
All right, okay, all right. I got it, it's out.
That went up so fast!
There he is.
Hey, kid, it's good to see you.
So you finally made the trip out here, huh?
That was way too flammable for a garment a human should be wearing.
He lucked out. Got his mother's looks.
Takes after it, too. He's in architectural salvage.
Good for him.
Spoke to me on kind of your sense of humor and all.
I'm putting this in a position of prominence.
I feel like that's very loaded. Oh, that poor woman. And Tony doesn't even like her that much.
They gotta fight infection.
My hair.
Well, the good news is it'll grow back.
Okay, good.
Hyperbolic chamber. You're gonna look the same as you always did.
Fuck you.
Yeah, that's all he cares about is she's gonna look okay.
Let me get some twine.
Forget it, I'm not going that far.
Why are we focused on him?
Let's go, move on.
I think you're gonna die.
Fucking great.
This is a bad idea.
Jesus, relax. Johnny wants to see you.
It's late? I'll see you tomorrow.
Apparently, it's got to be now. You know, he's in one of his moods.
I don't like this.
I'll follow you over.
Whatever. Let's go.
Yeah. Retaliation.
Look at this shit. You know the work I just had?
Oh my god. You could have shot him outside the car.
Mister, you see today's paper?
Everything in the kitchen, Mr. Tony.
Oh. It's like, what? I was thrown off by the trash bag there.
Do you know this is today's paper?
Oh, no.
This is today's paper, Mister.
Thus I'm thinking.
Jesus Christ, forget it.
I beg you some enchiladas you like.
Thank you.
Go get him another paper. It's not that hard. Be like, dude, I'll run down the block.
I seriously dread going home. That fucking Guatemalan. She forgets her English whenever it suits her purposes. And then she shows up whenever she feels like with the fucking enchiladas.
He's gonna need extra money for his girlfriend.
Jesus, you know that's the last thing that Carmine said before he had his stroke? He smelled burning hair.
Oh, I forgot about that.
You know, the tough part is this girl is a constant pain in my ass.
Gotta get that sense.
And now how the fuck is it gonna look?
That is a tough one.
How the fuck did this shit always happen to me?
Oh my god, he's the victim here.
Charmaine Bucco.
Nice set on her.
No, not like that. Oh, maybe like that. Plus, she's a licensed notary public. I mean, I'm thinking that this is the kind of woman I need.
Oh, don't do that.
Comic books, juice boxes, robot crap all over the place. Go get your uncle a Coke and then your stuff. I'm taking you back to your mom's early.
Man. Some interesting camera work there on the low angle up.
Yeah. Keep it out of the horse shit over there, will you?
This is a beautiful place.
Oh, yeah. Beautiful ladies. Here we go.
Is the presence of the wedding going to mess with him about his divorce?
And along with our 24-hour concierge service, I'm here to see that you enjoy your stay with us.
Great.
The bellman will show you to your room.
That is a beautiful view of the park, isn't it? Wow.
It's for you.
Thank you, sir. Enjoy your stay.
Thanks.
Well, he's not hurting for money. I don't know. I always felt like staying alone in a hotel by yourself can feel so alienating. I've done it for work many times.
Hello? Hello?
No way.
Whoever you are, I'd like you to stop this.
God, first it was Christopher's girlfriend, and now this?
I've been trying to reach you. Angelo got it. Last night. Probably Phil.
Yeah. Oh yeah, We're the Champions. I forgot what his ringtone was.
He might be later, though. You want to try his portable phone?
I did. You see him, you have him call me. Immediately.
God, he's just bouncing off the walls like a caged animal.
I want to know the minute he surfaces.
You got it.
I saw him this morning, and he must have known something, because he was acting all squirrely.
Oh, okay. Is this a dream? Because this seems so weird. Okay, this is weird.
Violet, my wife. She was everything to me. I'm all alone on the other side.
Wow.
Answer the fucking thing.
This dream is wild.
Our friend.
gotta go.
No problem.
Don't fuck it up. It's important.
I cannot recognize the voice on the other end. I don't think I'm supposed to.
They wanted me to kill a guy. It was just a dream, all right?
Little guilt. Oh, wow. Did not expect this either.
What'd you see in me anyways?
The object is to learn what you saw in me, not what I saw in you.
You choked the shit out of me!
Yeah, but that's after you were trying to put a fork in my eye.
Oh, that was your mother!
Wow, this is so layered.
My cousin doesn't mean Gleason.
She doesn't want to talk about the honeymooners.
Are you ready for what you have to do?
Don't sweat. I did my homework.
What does he have to do? Okay, we're back to this again. Is everyone else in the car too? Okay, no.
You know, douchebag, I realize I'm dreaming.
I got no opinion.
Mikey, haven't seen him for a while.
Anybody mind?
What?
Guilt. 2 guys he's killed, and now Artie's in the car, and he's trying to get with the guy's wife, ex-wife.
Driving you to the job.
3 people he's killed. He didn't kill Mikey, but he had him killed.
Good morning, senor.
Tell me, what day is it?
A Christmas Carol?
Of course they can.
Interesting.
All right, let's go.
I'll wait in the car.
Dream where you lose teeth. Yeah.
Are you coming?
Here.
Pretty common dream. Gary Cooper. He's talked about the strong silent type Gary Cooper.
We've been enjoying getting to know your daughter while we were waiting.
Is that Annette Bening?
No, you two were high school sweethearts?
That is Annette Bening, looking quite lovely.
Show them what you have in your pocket.
Yeah.
With a husband in dental school, he'll be able to fix your mouth, honey. Then for the capper...
Oh my God. He's really going through it.
I used to sing in the Navy Glee Club. Thanks for the times that you've given me. There's something I must say out loud.
Have we seen Annette Bening's character in this? Or is he dreaming up a new person completely? I don't recall seeing her.
You and that Bening.
And I love you. Yes, you're once.
So she's playing herself in his dream.
To keep us apart.
Something bad is gonna happen.
I believe that. So there's a sense of dread hanging over him in this dream.
I can usually use a nice tinkle.
I'll go with you.
I don't want my husband coming out of there with just his cock in his hand.
Godfather line. Dreaming he's a star of his own show. It's just so narcissistic. So classic narcissism.
Oh, that feels good.
You don't do this no more, huh?
No.
Because you're dead.
Yeah?
The Velocity papers?
Well, the piece wasn't behind the toilet.
Well, this is real life.
No, it's not.
That got me. Is this what he's afraid of? That his cousin's going to kill Phil in retaliation?
You have any idea what you just did?
Why don't you tell them what happened 20 years ago?
I can't go into that right now.
There's an awful lot of guilt hanging over Tony here.
I don't have a piece.
Annette Bening. There's something Bugsy about him.
Isn't she married to Warren Beatty, who was in Bugsy? I feel like this is leading up to Tony having to kill his cousin.
Be careful.
Okay, this is impressive what they've done here with the set and the horse and Tony on it and everything. This might be the longest dream sequence I've ever seen in a show or a movie that wasn't like the whole like screw the audience, it was all a dream thing. I hate those. This is not that. Back at the high school, so what? Considering back when they were kids again? I think he's fighting the idea that Tony B has to go, honestly. Especially if he escalates and kills Phil.
Well, come on, you're gonna do it, do it.
Okay, maybe not Tony B.
You know, you ought to show some respect.
Why?
Because I'm not some kid anymore.
Okay, so this is where some of the bullying starts outside of the home.
Do you?
Do I what?
Have a wife?
Yeah, she's got the big house, because I'm successful.
Oh my god, this is sad. Wow.
You're not prepared!
Oh, this is really cool. The bullets crumbling in his hands.
You'll never shut me up!
Absolutely the longest dream sequence I've ever seen. Most expensive bottle of water in the world right there.
Tony B took out Billy Leotardo.
Wait a minute, you mean Philly?
Billy. Phil got winged. He's in the hospital.
Oh, wow.
He knew what he was going to do, and he sat there right in his mother's house and pretended. Lied right to my face.
Yeah, that makes sense on his agitation.
You, gonna eat that?
No, take it.
See you later.
That might be the first time on the show we didn't show real-time violence actually happening, you know, with us there. You know, when I wake up at 5:30, I'm up for the day.
I had one of my Coach Molinaro dreams.
Oh, yeah? Were you unprepared as usual?
That's a recurring dream.
A bad guy, no. He actually took an interest in you.
Well, all that was bullshit. It's just his way of keeping me from causing trouble. Make his life easier.
This is really nice of her to have this conversation with him.
5:30 in the morning. Someone ought to serve him some veal. Hello, strychnine.
Okay. Wow, what an episode. There was so much going on there. Okay. And here's the song. 3 times a lady. There was a lot going on there. I don't know. I didn't clock that dream at all, but it had to have been a good 10 or 15 minutes, right? Where we got an awful deep look into Tony's psyche. A lot of historical characters that are dead, not just in the car ride, but kind of sprinkled throughout. Some characters we haven't seen since like season 1 or 2. Mikey was there. I can't remember the police detective that he was using for information. I can't remember his name. The guy from Home Alone. Excuse me. But I felt like that was a huge journey through Tony's guilt. A little bit of like taking stock of himself. I think the use of A Christmas Carol was really solid in the dream, because that's what we got to look at, right? We got to look at Tony's past, his dad, men that he's killed or had killed. Then we have the present, right? And the teacher in the past. Then we have the present, his estrangement from his wife, his attraction to Artie's ex-wife, and what obviously the implications of how horrible that is to Artie. Not that that's ever really bothered him before. He had no problem doing the same thing to Christopher. And then, of course, the impending doom of the future, right? The Ghost's Christmas future, which I think was kind of hinting at Tony might have to kill or have killed his cousin. I think Tony B is at the point of crossing lines that are ultimately going to lead to Tony having to give the okay for him to be killed, which obviously he doesn't want. There's still, as we saw in the dream, some guilt over the history of that. And you know, he's he's heading for that really really dark decision that has to be made, because there's larger implications of Tony B's behavior. The guilt over not being there when Tony went to prison, notwithstanding, that's not going to protect Tony B forever. And we seem to really pretty much be heading towards that. Who knows how Phil responds? Obviously, Phil and by extension Joey Sack are going to be on the warpath, and maybe Tony B is the olive branch that has to be offered up, right? Maybe Tony has to give up Tony B in order to keep this conflict from escalating, because it is spinning out of control, very much so. I do think it was a really interesting choice not to show Tony B shoot at Phil and his brother, right? I can't think of another instance on the show when real-time violence happens where we have to be told the violence that happened in the world of the show, in the timeline of the world of the show, happened off screen. I'm curious about that choice because the show has never shied away from violence. It's not an overly violent show, right? This isn't like a gangster movie where bodies just pile up like crazy. They're pretty loosely sprinkled throughout, which I think is more realistic, right? You don't have a gang more than 300 people die in, typically. So it's sprinkled a little bit more. And so they always are able to show them, right? It's not like this is a violent television show. It's a show that definitely isn't afraid to show the violence when it happens, except this time. And I'm kind of curious why that is. And again, I think we're going to see more answers to that moving forward. Tony, I said at the beginning, Tony kind of destroying Janice's dinner and walking out with that smirk on his face, leaving before anyone actually ate, might have been in Tony accepting the fact that he's the problem. And I think having that dream where he was just wrought with guilt all the way through might be an extension of that. Who knows? The only time we saw Dr. Melfi was like passing through the hotel. Tony just caught a glimpse of her, but she was never really there. Not even in the dream, right? It was Gloria, right? That was her name. Sorry, there's a lot of historic characters popping back up. Again, another character that Tony appropriately has some guilt over. So many of them. So many of them. A lot of skeletons that the guy's carrying around. Again, kind of want to see what this looks like moving forward from here. I think the phone call at the end, that was like the one real moment of respite that Tony got from himself. I think he's realizing that it seems like on the show that the one place he, even when he's miserable, gets to feel like a real person and accepted like a real person is with Carmela, real, his kids, really, because like he feels accepted among the guys that work for him. But remember, he also came to a realization that they laugh at his jokes and they hang out with him and they act like they like him because that's their job and that's what they're paid to do. Carmela correctly pointed that out, that there isn't actual real affection there. It's just their job is to be affectionate towards him. And he can choose to ignore it and he can want to live in that bubble all he wants, but deep down he knows. So I feel like the end there, when he's gone through so much turmoil in the last couple of episodes, where he's finally seemed like he had a little bit of peace just while he was talking to Carmela. He had a little bit of peace in his dream when he was on a horse, something he absolutely loves, talking to Carmela about coming home. This might be Tony's realization, or he's probably had the realization, his acceptance that he actually does want to work things out with Carmela. He's in a tough position now because we had that horrific scene at the beginning where Valentina caught herself on fire and he feels like he can't break up with her because of it. Kind of reminds me a little bit of Midsummer. But I think both of them are starting to accept the inevitability of it. It was a really nice conversation. It was great that Carmela, despite being woken up at 5:30 in the morning, was very pleasant to him and accepting of the conversation and talked to him like nothing, like there was no estrangement, like nothing awful was going on between them. So I think that they're both starting to accept the fact that they're going to be in each other's lives. They're going to be together, despite how absolutely awful things are sometimes. I mean, let's face it, Tony has this nice call with her and this very friendly conversation, the same night that he had a lady of ill repute over to his hotel room, just hours before. So yeah, I guess we'll see what, reconciliation looks like for these two. I can't imagine it would be pretty for the long term. There's probably not a whole lot dissimilar from the early seasons, but we'll see. I appreciate it, guys. Catch you on the next one.